Hello everyone, welcome to Tactical Safety. Today we're going to talk about a shooting that happened in Ventura, California, which is Orange County, California, either the last week or the week before. It was a 28-year retired cop. He was involved in some kind of, I don't know if his wife was, if she was estranged or if they were divorced, but he had moved to Ohio from California, came back to California to exact revenge on his ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife. Check out this crazy news story, and this is going to explain exactly why you need to carry at all times. Check this out.
4 people were killed last night, and that includes the gunman. We have live team coverage. Our Christian Cordero is on scene in Trabuco Canyon as she spoke with witnesses who recall the sounds of gunfire. But we start with David Gonzalez. He's at the command center with what we're learning about the gunman. David.
Philip, that mass shooting investigation is taking place about 2 miles up the road from where I'm standing right now. But I want you guys to take a live look from our Air 7 HD. Right now, authorities are calling this a very complex scene. As you can see on your screen right now, it still remains a very active investigation. All roads leading to Cook's Corner remain closed in all directions as investigators try to piece together exactly what happened last night. This morning, we are learning more about the suspect. He has been identified as John Snowling by the Orange County District Attorney's Office. We are trying to gather more information on Snowling, but we can tell you that he is a retired Ventura Police Department sergeant. Right now, our sources believe Snowling was targeting his estranged wife when the shooting took place at the bar. And for people that do not know this area, Cook's Corner is considered to be the most famous biker bar in Southern California, and authorities call it a staple in South Orange County. This is video of the moment after gunshots rang out at that bar just after 7 p.m. Orange County Sheriff's officials say deputies arrived within 2 minutes from when the first 911 call started being made, and dispatch could hear gunshots in the background. They say a minute later, Snowling was confronted by deputies. They also say a deputy-involved shooting took place involving multiple deputies, and they believe Snowling was shot and killed.
Now, they said that the cops responded within 2 minutes. That is extremely fast response time. And they said a minute later, the suspect was dead. So that's a total of 3 minutes right there. Nobody in the restaurant had a gun on them. When I was a cop, I would always tell people that when seconds matter, the police are minutes away, as is the proof here. Even though they had an extremely fast response time, wasn't fast enough. 10 people total were shot. That guy killed 3 people in the restaurant and injured 6 others, and then he was killed. So he ended up shooting 9 people. If any of those people in that restaurant had a gun, they could have prevented just about all that, because then it might have only been 1 or 2 people that got shot instead of 9. Gonna continue with this story.
Authorities say in the end, 4 people, including Snowling, were pronounced dead at the scene.
It's obviously a horrible and a tragic situation. These types of shootings are not commonplace here in Orange County. Fortunately, when these things do happen, I think we have some of the best and most well-trained professionals that respond in the Sheriff's Department and the Orange County Fire Authority.
The Sheriff's Department says 6 people, 5 of which had been shot, were taken to a local hospital. Right now, 2 of them are listed in critical condition. The condition of the other 4 is unknown but are stable. Among the survivors is Snowling's estranged wife. Authorities say that right now they're trying to interview dozens of people who were at the scene at the time of the shooting. The FBI and ATF are also investigating or assisting in the investigation as well. But once again, we can tell you that the suspect in the shooting has been identified as retired Ventura Police Sergeant John Snowling, and we expect a live update from authorities here at the command post a little later today. Reporting live from Lake Forest, David Gonzalez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, David, thank you very much. And David alluded to the Air 7 shot. That's where Scott Reif is, and you can see the significance of this shooting from that shot, Scott.
Yeah, Philip, you certainly can. I mean, it really tells a story. Look at all of the evidence markers. We believe those are shell casings. And we believe right here on Santiago Canyon Road and Trabuco Canyon Road in front of Cook's Corner is where Orange County Sheriff's deputies encountered the suspect. There's still one body at the scene covered with a tarp, where it's unclear if that is a suspect or not. But as you look at this entire area, there's tape everywhere, there's blood scattered everywhere. We understand the vehicle inside the trees or behind those trees to the left is the truck, we believe, of the suspect. But if you come back out of this live shot, if you're not familiar with where this is, it's just north of Mission Viejo, and you've got Trabuco Canyon Road or El Toro Road, Santiago Canyon Road, and Live Oak Canyon Road. They all come together here. They're all shut down. They will be for some time. Going to be a long-playing investigation. Philip and Giovanna, I don't expect these roadways to be open for quite a while. And there are a lot of folks, I think, who just can't get through to their homes, and that's just going to be the case for a bit.
Now, I'm going to show you another video, an interview that the lawyer from USCCA had with one of the patrons that was at the restaurant, and he has a concealed carry permit and didn't have his gun with him because California has this ridiculous law that says you can't bring firearms in a place that serves alcohol for consumption on the premises, which I think is ridiculous. Like me, I don't drink ever. I've never had a drink. So if they have a law like that anywhere I carry my gun, guess what? I carry anyway. I don't care. Nobody's going to tell me the manner in which I can or can't protect myself. And I'm never going to be under the influence of any kind of alcohol anyway, so there's nothing like that that's going to impair my judgment. So I'm always going to have my firearm. And California has like the worst gun laws in the country anyway. Like California, New York, horrible places to be. I've been to California a couple of times. Matter of fact, I was just there a little over a week ago. And of course, I had my firearms on me. Because like I just said, nobody's going to tell me the manner in which I can or can't protect myself. I always tell people that you are responsible for your own personal safety. The police have no obligation to protect you. They have an obligation to enforce the laws and uphold the Constitution. And if by chance they save you in the process, guess what? You can consider that an added bonus. There's no one coming to save you but you. You're responsible for your own personal safety. Remember that. All right, now check out this other news story. This interview right here is between USCCA attorney and one of the patrons of the restaurant who did not have his firearm on him.
A retired police officer from Ventura going through a domestic incident with his ex-wife traveled all the way from Ohio to confront her, attempted to kill her in the restaurant, and then decided to start shooting at other people before the Orange County Sheriff's Department was able to intervene and stop him. As a result, there were a couple of fatalities and several people were injured. Mr. Huff was at that bar that evening. And Bill, you want to talk about like what you experienced and what you heard?
It was a lot. But yeah, there were 10 total people shot, 3 killed, 4 if you include the shooter. The sheriff's put him away. So yeah, we were, it was myself and 4 of my fellow Marine veterans. All of us were either in Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Somalia, Iraq, or Afghanistan. And we were there kind of supporting each other, hanging out for spaghetti night, because they've got great spaghetti there for $8 all you can eat. And we were sitting outside on the outside patio, and we started hearing what we thought for the first 3 or 4 reports were firecrackers. You know, we all kind of looked at each other like, are those firecrackers? And then the volume and the intensity increased. We all hit the deck. That's when people started running out of the building. And from there, it was a poop show, as we like to say. We were unarmed because we were CCW holders following the rules, not allowed to have a firearm in the bar. And you've made it quite clear that if we ever have alcohol in our system with our weapon, you're going to shoot us yourself.
That's true.
We were being good boys, but none of us had our weapons. So I can unequivocally say, don't get in a gunfight without a gun. It sucks. And the worst feeling in the world was being pinned down. I have medical training. I have tactical training through you and the Marine Corps. And I'm a lifelong martial artist. I've been doing that 31 years. And I couldn't do anything because we had no covering fire. We couldn't move. We couldn't do anything.
Well, and I think that's really where I want to focus this discussion right now is on the policy. So for those of you who don't know, the Sheriff's Department in Orange County, and to be fair, this is a policy that exists, but the vast majority of people will follow the law or follow the policy, for lack of a better term, and just simply not be armed. And that's exactly what you did. And as a result of not having your firearm, not only was your life put in greater danger, but any potential life-saving skills that you have were foreclosed. You couldn't use them.
No, couldn't deploy.
So now, having been as sort of a, on the receiving end of this policy, let me just ask you, do you think it's a good idea?
That's a terrible idea.
Well, what would you recommend as far as changing it?
The challenge is, you're going to have to take human nature with a grain of salt, and you're going to have to trust that, hey, the people that are the pathologically law-abiding citizens are going to keep doing that, right? You should be able to, if that was Texas, that would have stopped inside the bar probably. He never would have got outside, right? Because he was able to shoot people inside. He had 2 handguns with him. Then he walked outside on the patios where we were while we were taking cover, got to go outside up to his vehicle, reload, and then pull out a shotgun. And
that's where he was confronted, right?
That's where he died, was up there. We were down in our same place taking cover. There's rounds going between us. There's hitting the trellis. And all we can do is shepherd people. Hey, get down, freeze, get behind that cover, wait till he reloads. Okay, run. We're moving side to side trying to get to people. We could not get to a guy who was shot in front of us because there was no cover. And had we been armed, no hero crap or anything like that, but would the math been different? Almost certainly, because myself and another one of my compatriots were both CCW holders, and neither one of us had our weapon with us.
All right, so you heard that yourself. They were trying to be good boys and didn't bring their guns in there, which makes no sense at all. Like I said, I don't drink. So I'm always going to have a firearm on me. And I try not to even go places where I can't take a firearm. Like if it's other than an airport, I'm not going to go any place where they pat people down and stuff like that. I'm always going to be able to protect myself. And like this guy here, he is tactically trained and couldn't do anything about it because he had no gun on him. What would he do, try and throw a chair at him? Nah. So all those people were shot because California has ridiculous laws. And I don't know, he didn't say if he was drinking that night. He probably wasn't drinking that night. But he should have had his gun on him. So what if it violates a ridiculous law like that? At least he would have been a hero. So just think about that when you go these places. Think about that if you decide to move someplace like that with ridiculous gun laws. Because once again, the police have no obligation to protect you. Your personal safety is your responsibility, no one else's. So with that, stay armed, stay vigilant, and stay tactical. We'll see you next time.